Hello everybody, it's Whitecap217 here. Just a quick presentation really to recap on a few things while I'm investing in some larger projects to go onto YouTube. First of all, let me just say that this presentation is being created because I've had some feedback from people who claim to be my friends and said that I'm basically off my tree and that I need locking up. So I'm going over some of my previous work to try to highlight more of what I showed them before within the same subject matter. So I'm going to go through a couple of presentations as well as other things, but I'm going to do it very quickly, and I'm going to show you how there's more in each one that I never showed you before. So the two presentations, there's actually the two nationwide ones, and which I'm going to class as one, and there's also the Centre 33, but I'm going to show you a few more details. So I'm going to show you some more symbology here. Notice the red and blue on this nationwide sign, please, and notice that the red and blue refers to Hegelian dialectic. Also, while you were there, notice there were two eyes in nationwide. Okay. So the Hegelian dialectic is a form of thesis and antithesis. It's a form of mind control, and they use it in symbology, in colours and numbers. The two eyes represent two pillars, which I'm going to come to in a bit. But I would advise, if you're new to this, if you're not one of my subscribers, to make sense of this, please go and look at my first nationwide presentation, and I think that'll shock you. And then watch the second nationwide presentation. You can check the dates on them, you'll see which is the first and the second. And then, if necessary, if you don't believe them, you can follow it up with this. But this is my first one here. That's a picture of it on YouTube. Now, as I said, I'm only going to cover the very, very basics on this because my subscribers will already know about these. But fundamentally, they're controlled by a banking family. Nationwide's controlled by a banking family, a European banking family, who have strong connections with the Freemasons. There you are. There's the two pillars in the two eyes. And the occultists, Satanists, Freemasons turn things upside down, back to front, wrong way round. It's called the law of reversal. And this is the second of the two presentations about nationwide. But they take their information from the Bible, and they have to reverse what they actually take from the Bible, so that you can't see it, but it's in front of your nose. So, for example, if you take the two pillars here, you can see the eye in the eye. Look at the shape of them. Think of them as symbols, not letters. And also look at the W, and you'll see a pyramid in the W. It's not in the centre of the nationwide ad, but it's close. So the red and blue now, just touch on this very quickly. The red and blue is a form of yin and yang. It's called a Hegelian dialectic, and it's used to indicate a form of balance or duality. You can research all this, as I've put some bits on for you. But what that means is that they believe in what they tell the public. They believe in a good and bad, yin and yang, but in actual fact it's just bad and worse. It's Lucifer or Satan, you get a choice. They're both the devil, but they won't tell you that. This creates a system that they can use on the general public. The easiest way to say it would be problem, reaction, solution, which means they create a problem, you react to it, and then, oh bingo, we put some troops on the street to sort your problem out, which is exactly what they wanted to do in the first place, but you wouldn't let them. But you will now. A few bombs have gone off. You see where it's going. So this is all part of a religion and a language you won't understand. So, but I'll just let this do the talking for a moment. The images that you're seeing. Okay, so this is a Freemasonic, some architecture. You see the two pillars there. They look like the eyes, if you remember from the nationwide ad. And as I say, I'm only doing this as a top-up because people just said, some people just said, you're off your tree, I don't see it. So I'm showing you a little bit more. So colours, symbols and numbers are very, very important to this dialectic. And here you can see some more examples of the colours with the red and the blue, and also black and white, which is why we have that on police cars. Okay, so looking at it again, look at it with a slightly different eye. Look at the two eyes as symbols now. You see the similarity? And the W with the pyramid at the bottom? They have their own names. And these are very important in their religion. And it's a hidden religion. There's an exoteric meaning for the public. And there's an esoteric one that only Freemasons know. And it's the same with the colours. The numbers, the colours and the shapes. And that's why you can't see it, because it's a mixture. The language is a mixture of colours, symbols and shapes. What other language is a mixture of colours, symbols and shapes that you know? So you don't recognise it as a language, but it's all around you. It's on your cereal packets. It's all over. It's in your films. It's everywhere. So there you've got the all-seeing eye of Lucifer, the two pillars, and the Masonic compass and square. And here you are again. This is not just for the people that said I'm off my trolley and actually tried to get me sectioned under the Mental Health Act, of which they failed miserably. But as you can see, it's there. Now, take a note of the bank as well. We are talking about a bank here, a banking institution. And don't get me wrong, Nationwide is not the only one. They all do it. It's not just them. They all do it, and they're all using subtle languages that you can't understand to push their subliminal message forward. You're looking at what is symbolically a temple here. The two eyes are over the doorway. You're going in to their temple. So you're going in to worship their god. Money. Mammon. It's quite sick, really, when you realise why they're actually doing this. As I said earlier, they take all the information from the Bible, Christian Bible, they turn it back to front upside down because they hate God so much. They try to take his word and distort it, twist it, and they'll do anything they can, and they influence you from the day you were born in ways you'll never understand. Make no mistake, they're not the only ones. There are other organisations involved in this as well. United Nations, 322 Skull and Bones, Bohemian Grove. Take a look at this picture. You've got the red and blue symbology. And now look at this nurse's belt. You're looking at a Freemasonry square and compass and a 5-pointed satanic star. That should tell you that Freemasons connected to something a little bit dodgy, don't you think? And they're the two pillars again, checkerboard floor, Hegelian dialectic, and those look like angels. Well, they're not. They're actually demons. That's what they represent, demonic entities, the Nephilim. Again, it's all in the Bible. But make no mistake, these people aren't Christian. Most people won't understand that the Bible is about 35% prophecy, and it's nearly been completed. We're in the last little bit. So let's get back to this thing. Why are they doing this? Well, when you enter their temple, you're worshipping Mammon, money, their god. Now, their god's not just money, it's also an entity called Satan, Lucifer, Baphomet, many things. It's talked about in the King James Bible, Holy Bible, and it says that in the very last days a system will be implemented where you'll have to have something in your hand or your forehead to be able to transact and do business. And if you can't do that, you'll starve to death. And if you refuse this mark that they will give you, then you'll be put to death. and it's all about money. So can you see the connection starting to build now? But of course, they will not want you to know about this. I've had all Nationwide taking my comments down. They don't want people to know. So you need to share this with your friends. And more importantly, you need to do some research, not just on my channel, but I would ask you to look at my channel. But do some research on this. It's very important, because we are entering the last phase. You think what's happening is global warming? No. So look at this. Let's just take one example. Look at the pause mark above the eye. So you've got the temple, and then you've got the 2 pillars, and then you've got 3 sixes hidden there on a Twix wrapper. Why? Why would they put it on a Twix wrapper? Well, it's not just on a Twix wrapper. This law of reversal applies to all kinds of things, and they put it everywhere. You'd be very, very surprised if you know the language and you can read it. You'd be very surprised where it is. So take another look. Now you can see 3 sixes. But I mean, Twix means betwixt, between two. Between two, good and bad, yin and yang. And you've got the mark of the beast, 3 sixes, the 2 pillars, a single pillar in fact as well. So it's covered in it. But to anyone who didn't understand the language, even the barcode has 3 sixes on it. The first bar, the centre bar and the last. But people just don't see it. And yet it's so important. That's why they're having to tell you. It's not a form of entertainment for them. They know what they're doing to you, and they're sending you to hell. If you don't believe in hell, well, I suppose you'll have to wait to see if you get there, whether it's real or not. Same with heaven. Personally, I'm not going to take that chance. What about you? Look at the Kellogg's. It's been made. I put it back to front, upside down, back to front, just upside down. But look, can you see the 3 sixes? Very subtle, isn't it? Walt Disney. Look at Mickey Mouse with his Illuminati pyramid, or the diamond as it's known in their circles. The Illuminati in the cartoon behind you written on the wall. This is all very real. I haven't doctored any of these images. And this is what it's all about. The New Age. The Luciferian Age. Let's get rid of all Christians. Let's start the new world under Satan. Basically, that sums it up. So you've got the 3 sixes, you've got the diamond, and it's even in cartoons. Look at this one. I don't remember the cartoon itself, the film. I can't remember, but look. It's for a split second, but they'll stick it in there. It's all about subliminalism, because they have to tell you. The dollar bill. If you take a pentagram, overlay it, you'll get the words Mason. That's for Freemason. Even companies in the UK and around America are using, the heads of them are probably Freemasonic and told to do it. So they create logos for their companies. This one's NHS, which is National Health Service, and that's for Scotland. A health service, for goodness sake. Look, they've got an Illuminati pyramid with the all-seeing eye, which is where the all-seeing eye should be, in the top one. Can you see the gap? When that gap closes, that symbolises that their world is complete. They've brought everybody together through peace and love and harmony and secularism. The Bible tells us, God tells us himself in the Bible, that when this happens, a ruler will rise to rule the whole world. And that ruler will be Satan. And they know this. Catholic Church, you've got one. And that's in the Basilica, I believe, in Rome. Please watch some of my other videos, particularly the Centre 33 and the other two nationwide ones. This is Centre 33, this is the other video. This is a charitable organisation. They do good works. Remember, yin and yang. For every good thing they do, they can do bad things. This one deals with children who have got sexual issues. Please go and watch that video after you've seen this. It'll make a lot more sense to you. And the images you'll see will be shocking. And the information you'll see will be shocking if you haven't seen it already. Because what it implies is that because they follow a book called the Talmud, which is a satanic book, it tells them that they should, not could, should sexually abuse children. So we are talking Satanism here. We are talking pure evil. Now notice how many fingers are on this girl's face. 3, covering one eye. The eye will make more sense if you go and watch the other videos, but I'm going to cover the fingers at the moment. So you've got 3 fingers covering the eye. Now look at this. This is an imp. Notice how many fingers. The devil's minions always have 3 fingers. Now this girl, you just saw this. You just saw this girl. She won a photographic competition for Centre 33. This is new information I'm putting out to try and bolster what I've already said. And look, Centre 33, someone to talk to. That's somebody for vulnerable children to talk to. And the competition was called Hidden. Go and look at it on the internet. And look what won the competition, surprisingly enough. The word occult means hidden. So these people look like they're doing really good works. Look at President Bush Jr. here with his Freemason buddies. They look like butterwood mouth, clean-cut guys, medals all over the place. This is very big. If you haven't seen anything about this, you need to start researching, please. Check my videos, go and check other people's. But you know what? Freemasons in all different countries are led by these guys. Switzerland, but fundamentally they are Kabbalistic Jews. Okay, not all Jews are Kabbalistic, but these are Kabbalistic Jews, and they hated Jesus Christ so much so they had the Romans kill him. They killed God, or what God was made flesh. It's okay, God's in control, he knew it was going to happen. The Bible even told them it was going to happen before they did it. The Old Testament said so. So it's all written, my friends, and it's all come to pass, all but the last little bit, and we're in those times. I suggest you go and find out a bit more about this, because time is running out and Jesus is coming. Don't be found on the wrong side, because no matter how much power these people seem to have, no matter how much control they seem to have right now, the Bible's been right about every single thing for the last 3,000 years and more. I don't think it's going to be wrong about the end. Do you? And what do you think the end is? I mean, God warned us about all these people, so what do you think the end's going to be? Well, I'll tell you now, people who choose Satanism or don't choose Jesus Christ, Yeshua, it doesn't work out too well for them, I'm afraid. They end up being cast into the lake of fire forever, to burn forever. And it doesn't matter if you don't know. You see, that's why they can't tell you openly. Because if you do know, you might change the way you live and think. You might turn to Jesus and be saved, because he's the only one that can save you. But they have to tell you, so they tell you in a way that they can say, well, we told you. Okay, wherever they're going to be, they can say, well, we told you. But now you're our slaves in hell forever. So We did tell you, you just weren't looking, were you? These people are very real. Satanism's on the rise. There's a reason for that. Don't be fooled by the New World Order. Don't be fooled by the secularism coming together. It's all one world. If you read the book of Revelation, you will be told quite positively that when this happens, when they say peace, sudden destruction will come. But you won't know this unless you actually read the Bible. I can recommend Pastor Charles Lawson at Temple Baptist Church in the USA. Look him up on YouTube. He's very good. There's a lot of good videos on there, and you know, he's a very good man, a good Christian man, and he knows the Bible inside out. If you don't know the Bible very well, I advise you, because there's not many churches left. All the churches are headed by Freemasons. They don't want you to know. They're worshipping the wrong Christ. They're worshipping the Antichrist, the very Christ that Jesus Christ warns us about. But guess what? Satan's a liar, and he calls him Jesus Christ, and it isn't. God bless you guys. In Jesus' name. Take care. Please like, subscribe, and go and check those other videos out. If this one seems a bit crazy to you, it won't do when you've seen those, I'm sure. See you again soon.